any amendment was made to the Constitution was in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken.
It's been a while. I ain't going to take from Black, so I'm going to stay on the sideline here and let him speak for a while. You've talked with both of us for quite a bit.
Okay. JJ, what do you think? Real quick here, I want to get your take on all this gun control.
Gun control does nothing for anybody. If you look at what Bill Clinton did with only having magazines to hold 10 rounds, the crime rate didn't go down at all. It stayed the same or it rose just slightly. So what good is that going to do by banning 100-round drums or banning assault rifles? It's not going to do anything.
I completely agree. I'm an American citizen, which is currently living in Canada. And if you listen to the news over here, we have as many mass shootings as we do in the States. And actually, it's much easier to obtain an illegal firearm than to actually to obtain one the legal way. So it's not keeping guns out of the hands of actual citizens. It's keeping it out of the hands of criminals and people that are planning to. The thing is, they come after us with these illegal firearms, and we have no way of defending ourselves because we can't get one legally. So it's not much better.
See, you're saying the crime rate or shootings and stuff in Canada are about the same as the United States?
Oh yeah, every few months we have someone walking into a college and shooting up the place. We have someone walking into a mall shooting up the place. But the thing is, it's never with a legal gun. That's the thing.
Well,
now people, mass murderers tend to just want to blow their brains out afterwards. I could go to the street corner right now and get myself a gun. But if I walk into a gun shop, they're going to ask me for a bunch of papers which are almost impossible to obtain in Canada. You understand?
Okay. And see, but me and Nick used to have a host on our other show. And she's a Canadian native, and she says it's actually really hard to get a gun in Canada, and it takes years to enable to purchase one. So evidently, gun control is a proven point right there that it doesn't work.
No, absolutely not. Because, like I told you, I could walk down the street corner and buy one off a little street gang somewhere, and they'll send me back a few $100, and I've got a gun. But now, being a legitimate citizen, I don't want to walk around with an illegal firearm. So what's that doing? Only the criminals have guns, and the rest of us can't protect ourselves.
Right. Well, and I think the only mass shooting that happened here in the States recently with a legal firearm was the Aurora Theater shooting. Because I do believe that gunman actually purchased those weapons legally at the gun shop. Correct me if I'm wrong.
And if he couldn't, he would find a way to get a gun.
Right. Well, yeah. If he was denied, like, let's look at the Sandy Hook shooter, Adam Lanza. He was actually denied a firearm because of the gun legislation and everything, and it's because he stole his mother's her firearms, and that's what gave him the ammunition to shoot up the school. It wasn't the fact that the system failed. It's just a criminal went and stole weapons and then shot up a school. So.
This goes back to responsible gun ownership too. I mean, that mother did not even adequately store her weapons. I mean, Anybody who has that kind of firepower, which I fall into that category, keeps them locked up. I have trigger locks. I have a gun safe with a combination on it. My guns are inaccessible to anyone but myself. And for this mother to just leave them lying around for her crazy son to just pick up and run off with, that shows, a lapse in responsibility on her behalf.
Yeah,
children were taught correctly with firearms, it wouldn't make a whole lot of difference anyway. And I'm going to speak from personal experience. I grew up around them. I've had access to loaded firearms since I was 2 years old. Have I shot anyone or blew my own head off with them? No, I haven't. If you were taught correctly, You're not going to do something stupid with them, and you're not going to kill yourself or anyone else. That's why the founders stressed that children were supposed to be taught how to use firearms at an early age. I'm a classic example. I was running around in the field out here on our 5 acres with a 15-round semi-automatic 22 at 8 years of age.
And Rick is making a very valid point, because when was the last time an NRA member ever went up and started shooting up a place?
Exactly.
We're always talking about suburban kids with no firearm training, no respect. It's not a weapon, and it's not a toy. It's a tool. You're supposed to know how to use it cautiously and respect it, and respect the damage it could do. These people they watch too many movies, they think there's no repercussions for actually shooting at another human being. And I think the problem doesn't lay on a legal level. It lays on a social level. Why are these kids reacting like that? That's what we have to figure out.
Right. Okay. Kind of stop blaming it on the guns and start blaming it on the criminals.
Criminals and the parents.
Yeah.
As far as teaching gun responsibility and how to properly handle a firearm. Quit waiting until they're 13 years of age to put them through a hunter safety course if they're in an urban environment where they can hunt. That's part of the problem.
But then here we go with why that's drawn into it. Most of these guys were bullied. You hear a lot about it. This bullying is turning a lot of people crazy.
Right.
I mean, it turns into us as Americans hating on each other for certain reasons, and putting you in social groups. And we don't need to group ourselves. We need to combine ourselves together instead of groups.
Okay.
Well, I think it's because they don't have a cause anymore, nothing to fight for. In the past, why there was never this kind of thing? There was a kind of social unity in every country, and there was it's us, the people, the society in general, and a certain drive to want to make the life of your peers better. But now they feel excluded from society, and we're just lapdogs of the government. So what do? You turn on, you don't know who to blame anymore. So you blame other people, random faceless people, and you go in and you take them out. And that's an issue that has to be addressed. But all they're talking about right now are guns and putting more security guards in schools. That won't help. What are we doing to our kids? That's the question.
I don't know, but that homeschool option is looking very, very nice right now.
Oh, yes.
Well,
there's an armed security guard.
Go ahead, Drew. What?
I'm just sorry. I was going to say that, if I have kids and I homeschool them, we've got a very good armed security guard program here. So.
Okay. Well, and the other thing too to look at, what also is going on is, the elite or the government is trying to push these gun control measures and gun bans on us. Yes, the Feinstein bill is, it has been trashed, which is good. However, we still have the UN Small Arms Treaty, and we still have Obama's executive order pen, which has been very busy as of late. So, just looking at all that, I totally lost my train of thought. Okay, come on, Second Amendment. Hey, you hate when that happens. Okay, I know I was talking about the Second Amendment. God blessed hell. Oh, hell. Well,
yes, but the UN Small Arms Treaty is mostly about exporting, importing illicit arms.
Right.
Do you think that would actually affect national laws on legal weapon acquisition?
Well, there is a small portion within the treaty that actually talks about disarming the civilian populace.
Okay, I understand.
And, also ask for an international registry.
And that's what's bothering me as far as controlling the trade of arms. There's plenty of laws, rules, and regulations for the arms trade already in place.
But, here we go again. We got another threat to the Second Amendment, and, just like back in 1775, do we really want to be ruled by a foreign body like the UN? Because essentially that's what this treaty is doing. They're controlling us. They're governing us. This is one more step to a one world government.
Well, my question is, what in the hell does the UN have so big over us? That has nothing to do with. They have
the Union of
Constitution.
It's the Union of the five. Sorry.
Go ahead, Alex.
It's the Union of the five world powers, which are promoting corporations, which are currently globalizing. So they basically won't end this until they own the whole planet, and the main corporations and shareholders control everything. Not necessarily corporations, because obviously we have the Social Republic of China in there and all that. So that's an actually communist party which owns all of their assets, but they're trying to make drones out of the whole planet. And look what's going on in Europe right now. You could see that exact behavior in action. Destroying all individuality, creating one universal law for every country and one identity, and we just work and make them richer.
Yeah, okay. I totally agree with that. I mean, JJ, what do you think? I mean, this isn't a government. This is a corporation they're building.
They're trying to start a new world order, to where there's one central government that looks and oversees over everything on every country.
Look it up on YouTube. Washington, D.C. is a corporation anyway. The United States of America is not the United States. That is a name. It's a corporation.
It's owned by Chevron.
Okay, you were saying, Rick?
As a president. It is a corporation. All corporations have a president. Go do the research.
Okay, so now America is supposed to be a republic, according to the Constitution. It's supposed to be a republic.
Correct. But D.C., Washington, D.C. is a corporation.
Right.
And the people that there are all the individuals that make up that corporation that they're calling the United States of America.
Okay. Now, tell you what we're going to do here. We're 15 past the hour. We're going to go into another break here. For those of you, if you want to stick around, you're more than welcome. Lex and Drew, if you want to stick around, you're more than welcome too. But when we come back, we're going to talk more about this. Actually, you know what? I'll when we come back from break, I'll give you guys the resistance question of the week, and then I'll give you the answer on the next break. So don't go anywhere, folks. The resistance here on Spreaker will continue. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. So, JJ, Dino gave us this huge tank of healing. We gonna try some out?
Let's do it.
All right, cool.
Christmas time. Don't we kind of love this? Watch your mouth. That radio show on helium. So, JJ, did you hear about that asteroid that passed by Earth? Yeah, it fucking destroyed goddamn Russia. We didn't have to send a goddamn nuke over there. Oh, come on now. You're not too against Russia, are you? I love fucking Russia, but when an opportunity strikes, and literally it struck, like nuclear, 500-ton, kiloton bomb fucking blew that shit up. Hell yeah. You do know it didn't kill anyone, right? But hundreds were injured in the blast. So we can't direct asteroids where they need to go. JJ, you crazy. I'm lightheaded. Holy crap. Dude, get your mouth out the nozzle. Save some for me. Oh shit, Dino's back.
Damn, motherfuckers, I told y'all just to hold it. Shit, gotta get more helium now. Check out That Radio Show, Fridays and Saturday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on Spreaker.com.
Previously on Tanked Radio.
Well, you know what you won't forget from tonight? There's a food beating. So in Sweden, this wonderful woman, this salt of the earth woman, threatened to kill a man during a heated argument and threw a frying pan full of sausage and grease, which qualifies as a food beating.
It must have been.